Isaac motion.
Dave Pose second.
Motion by Sabazic, second by Stampone. Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? No? Okay, motion carried 4-0. All right, agenda item number one. Area variances. O'Reilly Auto Part requesting area variances related to parking, loading, signage, setbacks, and neighborhood commercial zone. Anyone from O'Reilly Auto Parts present? Would you like to come up and just explain the project and what you got going on? I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Just state your name, please.
My name is Hayden Woods with Bowler Engineering, representing O'Reilly Auto Parts. So O'Reilly Auto Parts is in negotiations to purchase the 1.19 acre parcel located at 1255, 1265, 1269, and 1271 Abbott Road, which you can see on my color rendering here, is at the corner of Abbott and Julian Ave. The proposed development includes a 6,050 square foot O'Reilly Auto Parts store, including 41 on-site parking stalls built in the living lanes on the northern portion of the site, but there are also 9 parking stalls along Julian Ave, as well as 2 parking stalls, which a portion of the frontage ones will be concrete. Also, those are a acceptable walk to the existing sidewalk along Abbott Road, as well as an overhead door for truck deliveries along Julian Ave. LED dark sky compliant light fixtures, landscaping and signage. So the parcel is zoned NC, neighborhood commercial, where retail sales of automobile parts is considered retail and is allowed by right per code. But we are seeking area variance relief for parking in the front yard, which you can see here is out along Julian Ave. Loading in the front yard, as I mentioned, the loading door is right here along Julian Ave. A 10-foot building yard maximum setback, which again is along Julian Ave, as well as signage area variances for total sign area, more than one internally lit sign, and attached signs exceeding 1 square foot for 1 linear foot of building frontage. And I'm happy to go through our zoning memo on our 5 cases, but in general, the main point of these is operational use. O'Reilly Auto Parts has a very specific building footprint where they are required to have back of house storage, which is along here, which necessitates the need for a dealer door along Julian Ave, which, as you can see with the lot layout, is pretty unique. So being able to fit everything that's needed within the specific lot becomes a challenge, and that's why we're seeking that variance. Here that covers parking in the front yard and loading in the front yard. The 10-foot building yard maximum setback, again, essentially the same thing. In order to have the truck being able to deliver here, we need to make sure that there's enough room from Julian Ave to the dealer door to safely unload the products. And the signage ones, this is a big thing for any new development in any new town. Brand awareness is key for a successful and well-living facility. Being a corner lot, having signage along Julian Ave and on Abbott Road is needed for that key visibility piece, and help break up the architectural elements of the property. And I'll just go into landscaping a little bit, because I was speaking to some members of the public about this, and I wanted to ensure everyone that along Julian Ave, we are making the existing conditions better. Currently, the auto parts or auto shop is located really close to this neighbor to the west. We're pushing everything over to the east, closer to Abbott Road, pulling away the dealer door from the existing dealer door further away, maintaining landscaping all along each property line and keeping these very mature arborvitaes for adequate screening. As far as anything else, stormwater, we are disturbing less than an acre of land, so a SWIP isn't required, but we did prepare a zoning or a stormwater report showing that we are meeting BC requirements for reducing stormwater flows from existing conditions. And we're doing that by creating two essentially small depressions within the site, one located right here, and the other located along the rear, which both have equalization pipes and outlets to Abbott Road and Julian Ave below existing conditions today. Besides that, this is a redevelopment where O'Reilly's extremely excited to be a part of the city, and we're hopeful that we can work through these area variances. If you have any questions, happy to answer them.
Board members have any questions?
Member Sample, are you saying that auto part that is there now, I mean, the mechanic shop is still gonna be there? Or you,
No,
you buying that out?
Yes,
Okay,
yes, that's being purchased. It's currently roughly in this area of the property.
okay.
So it would be demolished for the new O'Reilly Auto Parts.
And how far is the front of the building from the street, sidewalk wise?
From
In the front, on Abbott Road, yeah,
from here to here,
yeah.
that is 8.2 feet, which does meet the 10-foot maximum setback along Abbott Road.
So the closest, yeah, the front corner of the entrance of the building is 8.2 feet, and then it widens out, obviously,
Yes,
and it goes back. Got it.
The 8.2 feet to the sidewalk or to the street, to the sidewalk?
that would be to the property line.
Property line, which is sidewalk, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the sidewalk is a little further back. Eyeballing it, I would say it's 10 feet-ish.
And the existing sign is just, we got this, the existing sign staying there right on Abbott.
Yep.
Where the auto parts stores is just gonna be revamped, obviously. And then you said there's gonna be signage along Julian? That's on the building,
On
correct?
the building, yes.
Any other board members?
All the signage is on the building, there's nothing on.
Well, the one on
sidewalk.
Abbott,
The,
is the existing sign that's there now. They'll repurpose it.
yes, the existing digital sign, we're just essentially gonna repaint it, and then the placard up top of it where it says the existing building, they're switching that out with an O'Reilly.
Thank you, sir. Any other questions? No. Anyone from the public would like to speak on this agenda item?
I would.
Okay. Okay, I need a motion to open up the floor to the public.
Sabazic motion, open floor.
Sample second it? Oh,
Motion by Sabazic, second by Stampone. Open the floor to the public. Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, motion carried 4-0. Okay, if anyone like to speak, state your name and address, please, and try to keep it under, 5 minutes. Thank you.
My name's Ronald Young, I live at 31 Julian.
Hi, Ronald.
My only concern about the auto parts store is the red light. Are we gonna keep the red light there? Cause it doesn't matter when I leave my street,
Mhm.
any time of the day, night, whenever, somebody goes through that red light. And I'm not talking, it's just turning yellow, I'm talking right
Sure.
through the red light.
Right
3
there.
cars went through the red light the other day. Every day, somebody, doesn't matter when you pull out, or somebody goes through that red light, so if we're gonna have extra traffic because of the auto parts store, I was thinking that red light should be moved down to like by McDonald's and close that entrance off at the plaza. Because that's really what there's accidents there every day.
Yeah,
So
so
that-
hey, it's code enforcement. I do believe, that's a state road or county road. And
That's county.
they did all
They
that
did traffic,
before
yeah.
for the plaza,
They did.
and that's why it was there.
Because originally there was two lights there. So when we pulled out of Julian, we could get out to make a left-hand turn and to be in between both of the lights.
Yeah,
Well, now they put a stop line there. Nobody stops at the stop line.
yeah,
So it's like almost impossible. You have to make a right-hand turn to get out of the street.
yeah.
And now if there's gonna be added business, it's gonna be even more difficult to get out of the street. There's gonna be even more accidents there.
So just so you know, if you sit at any red light, if you sit at any parking lot by a red light anywhere, everyone's running a red light,
Yeah,
one or two
I agree.
each way.
I agree, but
So. I mean, just for,
I've called the police like 10 times about that light.
yeah,
I'm not opposed to the building being there.
yeah,
But another thing I wanted to mention was, I looked at the O'Reilly Auto Parts store in Hamburg. They don't have any drainage there. They have ditches around the building for their drainage. Is that what's gonna happen over on the corner of our street, or are they gonna put sewage in the parking lot?
you have, we have it
Yeah,
right
the
here,
catch
I don't know
basin.
if you have it.
Yeah, I do have the.
It's the one with the red writing on it. And it's got the DIs in the parking lot and everything. But there's something they want.
So,
Hey, do you wanna work with this one?
yeah,
It's your better one. Show them what's going on. Put it on the table for them and you can have it.
Yeah, so essentially, our grading or our stormwater is gonna be mainly underground through catch basins, specifically in this area. And then, for, along Julian Ave, it's essentially sloping right back to Julian Ave because this is an existing.
Right, because the sewer there already,
So, right, there's a
Right.
catch basin right here.
and there's one across the street too, so.
Roof drains are gonna be here to a ditch. Which we are gonna be doing soil testing to see if that's going to infiltrate. But if it doesn't infiltrate, it's actually designed for that right now, which is it'll pond up right here to a certain extent and then slowly be released with an equalization
Well, I
pipe.
live on the other side of the
Right
street.
here.
The thing I'm concerned about is extra mosquito action, you know?
Right, so
Right, yeah.
Standing water.
the DEC standard is it has to be drained within 48 hours. So we have to maintain that.
Thank you.
Sir, and excuse me, sir, just so you know, there is a county project coming up soon, which, that light's gonna be redone. There's gonna be new, pedestrian crossing and all there. I'm not sure if they're gonna move that light, but in the upcoming, I
Well,
would say,
what happened was one time they were doing
years.
some work there and they closed that off. It was beautiful.
yeah, just so you,
It really was.
just so you know, there's an upcoming county project within the next year or two, which
Okay.
is redoing all of Abbott Road there. And
All right, well, I've lived there for
Pedestrian
47 years. I'm not going anywhere. I just retired, so.
thank you, sir.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Anyone else?
Yeah.
Just please come up and state your name and your address.
Dave Coyce, 40 Julian.
How you doing, Mr. Coy?
I'm doing good.
Good.
I went over a lot of stuff with the gentleman already, so
Great.
a lot of questions. I don't have to. How about my power line? Where's my power line gonna go? Because the buildings will be there.
Yep, so we are proposing a power line relocation for your property,
Where?
right here. So essentially just moving it over slightly. From here to here, but this will require some.
well,
coordination.
right, because right now his power comes from here this way.
Right.
It doesn't come
Oh,
out.
where are you gonna bring power from? Right now, this way?
Nope, we're gonna bring it from here
That side of the street?
and put a pole in.
Okay.
So,
Oh, I got you. You can put a fucking pole in.
yep, so that's
On
the
your
plan
property.
right now. I can't guarantee that's gonna be, at the end of the day, it's the power company's
Yeah,
decision.
exactly. I understand that.
But this is the design we are
Okay,
proposing.
that's a good one. So far, you guys are doing real good.
I appreciate it.
So
Oh,
now,
can you say that again, please?
I don't hear that a lot.
right now, LA Automotive, they used to plow their snow on my front lawn. You're not gonna be plowing snow on my front lawn, right?
No,
Oh, how about that, Danny? You're not gonna plow snow on my front lawn?
I mean, I won't be the one plowing, but I can say that, you know, we're gonna be, what's gonna be plowed is much further away from your front lawn.
Right.
And, you know, I assume they're gonna be pushing it into this area, into the
Yeah,
depression.
anyway, I don't want no plowing on my front lawn,
Understood.
okay? And also, another one. I don't want no vehicles out of residential part of Julian.
Commercial vehicle?
No. People park, like employees,
Oh, sure.
vehicles.
On street parking?
Yeah,
Well, there's plenty of parking now.
yeah, I see that, they're planning back there, just in case, I want that in a minute, planning board. No vehicles on residential part of Julian. No problems, okay? And, the rest looks cool. I think you did all right.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else? Just come up, state your name and address, please, sir.
Sir, is it easier for you to
Yeah, you can
just
stay there. You can stay there if you need to stay.
48 Relic Avenue. I want to confirm where, like the footprint, because I really can't tell from this, like, it's gonna be against my backyard.
Right.
Right now, the restaurant is kind of like that whole parking lot, the restaurant's my backyard. I can't tell from this, like, what are you knocking down besides the auto park? Like, how far is this going?
So this is the restaurant right
Oh, this is
here.
the restaurant.
Yes, so,
So you're not buying that?
so this is going to be all this green right here, the shaded area is going to be purchased by O'Reilly. But essentially, we're not developing anything past this line. So it'll be part of, you know, restaurant parkings in here. So all this will be maintained along the area.
Trying to like figure out where my house.
Yeah, you're
So,
right.
you're-
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
48.
see,
If the restaurant's in your backyard, you're right. Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. So this would probably be your house then, my neighbor.
54.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Back toward back.
So 54.
But you're not developing any of this.
No, that'll just be maintained along the area.
Okay.
So this is 54. So yeah, you must be,
I bring.
yeah.
Folks, gentlemen, excuse me, please. I'm sorry. I realize you're trying to talk, but we can't hear what he's saying over here. Thank you.
I just want to confirm, like, so I'm right there.
Essentially.
All right, my main concern is like this whole area, I mean, it's not gonna be your issue anymore, but. Like a lot of times, there's all this, people dump their cars and stuff, I mean, like, at one point, it was like a junk lot. And we had to constantly complain and get it cleared and. Rats for the rest, I mean, like, it's been a. 50-year struggle, my family built that house, so I mean, that's how long, in 1966, I think. My only concern, which again, it's not, this is. This tree that keeps, I think it's owned by the restaurant, it pushes through my vinyl fence, I basically have to replace it. Because it pushed through, we had fights with the restaurant owner
Mhm.
back, I think, Teddy's prior. Like, can you cut down this tree, it was pushing against the vinyl fence.
Sure.
And he actually came in our yard, and he's basically like, what's your problem? Like, no, it's your problem. He finally cut it down because it's a weedy tree.
Mhm.
It took a couple
Growing
years,
again, yeah.
and again, this is probably really not your issue anymore, so I apologize, but, you know, that's coming through my fence again, it's destroying my fence, so,
Oh, yeah.
I'll call the restaurant.
Call the restaurant or call code enforcement.
Yeah.
Freeze their coat front if they're alive.
Yeah, because then if they're alive, then you can't do anything. So yeah, I think your best bet is to try to work with the restaurant. Okay. Anyone else have anything on this agenda item? Mr. Megan?
Third Ward Councilman, 115 Leonard Street. How do you guys get your deliveries? Is it a box truck or is it a semi?
It's a semi.
Semi?
Yep.
Okay. Are you guys gonna try and utilize relic?
The plan would be,
Residents.
yeah, no, the plan would
come
be-
off of Abbott.
everything would come up.
You're not gonna come down and.
No, that wouldn't do the plan.
Tim, right here. Tim, if you want to see, here's the delivery route here. It looks like they're gonna back in right into there off of Abbott. Because there's no commercial vehicles.
Correct,
Yes,
yes.
so,
I got
yeah.
a couple of calls. Thank you.
Yep. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
Dan Zelinski, owner of the property in question on Abbott and Julian. And when I was approached by O'Reilly to sell the property, I just thought it was a great mix for the area. I've seen their work, and I've seen the buildings that they've put up. And knowing what the city did with the corner of Ridge Road and Abbott with Taco Bell, I just think it's a great asset for the neighborhood,
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
as opposed to a Popeyes.
Well, we can debate, we'll see.
All right. Anyone else? No? All right, motion to close public.
Sabazic motion to close public comment.
Second, Turner. Okay, motion by Sabazic, second by Turner to close public hearing. Everyone in favor? Anyone opposed? Motion carried 4-0. All right, motion to approve variances for O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Sabazic motion to approve variances.
Turner second.
Okay, motion by Sabazic, second by Turner. Everyone in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, motion carried 4-0. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you. For anyone who was here for the O'Reilly project, the planning board starts at 6 o'clock in this room.
All right, moving on, item number 2. 43 Rich Place, land use variance, area variance. Anyone from 43 Rich here? Hi, if you'd just like to come up and state your name and address, please, and just kind of let us know what you got going on.
Casino.
How you doing, Ms. Facina?
Thank you.
Good.
43 Rich Place. I have an existing deck, 12-5-16, and I'd like to put a roof over it.
So you're just covering the deck with the roof?
Correct, yeah.
Correct.
She just needs the variance from the
Just
side.
variance from the side, from the side, correct?
Yes.
Sorry.
My buddies. Next door neighbor.
Understood. Well, we'll pause for a minute for the greeting.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Have a good day. Okay, any board members have any questions? Just for the side yard variance? Good. Anyone from the public have anything for this agenda item? All right, motion to approve.
Stampone.
Sabazic second.
Motion by Sampone, second by Sabazic. Everyone in favor? Anyone opposed? Motion carried 4-0. Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Well, okay.
Thank you.
All right, tabled items, 34 Ingham Avenue. Anyone here from 34? Hi, sir, if you just come up and state your name and address and just let us know what you got going on here.
Lachlan Mohammed. I purchased,
Excuse me 1 second, Chuck Clark from Development. I think we procedurally need to make a motion to take it off the table.
Oh, okay.
And then
I'm
allow
sorry.
him to speak. So if you just
Oh,
give us
yep.
procedure, no,
Sure,
that was
yep,
us. That
yep.
was us.
sit down.
Yeah, just have a seat for a minute.
Motion to remove table item for 34 Ingham.
Sabazic motion to remove.
Stampone second.
Motion by Sabazic, second by Stampone. 34 Ingham. Everyone in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, motion carried. All right. Land use variance, area variance. Lupin Mohammed, 34 Ingham Avenue. Like to just come up and tell us what you're doing, sir? Appreciate it. Thank you.
I purchased a property on Ingham and I have a pretty big yard on the right-hand side. It's, I got 30, from the other house, from my house to the other house, I got 30 feet that I own from that, on that property. And I want to put a lean-to in the front of the building, basically. And as you see in my drawings, I got 2 openings where I could be able to put like basically my boat and my jet ski in there, instead of paying for rental at the dock.
You've got the left side of the house, right?
Yeah,
On the side, correct?
yes, on the left side of the
Left
house.
side, yeah.
Reason it's variance is because it's multifamily.
Multifamily,
If it was
and that's-
a
and-
family, it would only be a 5.
So when you're looking at the house to the left, that's just that open lot, correct?
Yeah, but that property in the long term, that's gonna be, I got 7 kids, so that's gonna be my house, like my family
Nice.
house where anybody, my kids wanna stay with me, they can stay with me, I guess.
Or for you to go hide.
Free to go hide, right?
And I want it in the front where I can just keep them in the back in the back side of the house, and I got the front apartment with at
Having
least
kids?
Good luck.
seven.
Wow, yeah, but you gotta go to sleep early and. Wow.
Any board members have any questions on this? It's just going in it's a variance for the side of the house? No. Good.
And I am gonna the wall. I was talking to Steve. The wall closest to the other house.
Yeah.
I am gonna fireproof it, fire rate it, and I asked the other property owner as well before I presented all this, and he was okay with everything that I'm.
Definitely will be a fire ring.
Yeah,
yeah.
and just with that opening, I wanted to keep it so. Where I have the opening, I do want to put like basically like a garage door almost just for my boat because I do have it all covered. But the kids' neighbors, with the neighborhood of the kids, I'm afraid if they poke through the plastic thing and end up someone sleeping in there or anything like that. So I want to just close that off in the future, not anytime
Right.
now.
Okay.
Where the opening is, where you see it.
Perfect. Anyone from the public would like to speak on this agenda item?
Yeah.
All right, motion to open public floor.
Sabazic motion open.
Gherkin seconds. Motion by Sabazic, Gherkin second, open public floor hearing. Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried. Just like to state your name, sir, and your address.
So my name is Ali Alderwish. I
You come up here.
69 New York
You
Sure.
sure
Would
they
you like to step up, sir, just so we can hear you better? Thank you.
My name is Ali Alderwish. I reside on 69 Lehigh Street. I'm here on behalf of my father. I'm his power of attorney. We own the property behind 34 Ingham. It's 25 Lehigh Street. My father wrote a letter that I would like to read for you. It says, I'm formally writing to object the variance requested submitted by my neighbor regarding the construction of a proposed garage on the property adjoining mine. The proposed garage is intended to be constructed directly along and adjoining my shared property line. From what I understand, the zoning regulations of the city of Lackawanna do not permit new accessory structures to be constructed in this manner, and therefore the applicant is seeking relief from the zoning code. While I do respect my neighbor's desire to add the garage to their property, I object specifically to the requested variance as it would result in a direct and negative impact on that property. My objections are based on the following considerations. 1, impact on my property. For my neighbor to be permitted to construct the garage at the shared property line, a serious problem for me raises legitimate concerns regarding fire safety, drainage, snow accumulation, maintenance, access, and the overall enjoyment and use of my property. 2, non-compliance with zoning requirements. I believe that granting variance in this case would undermine the intent of the zoning regulations and set an unfavorable precedent. 3, hardship being created. The need for a variance appears to arise from the applicant's proposed placement of the garage, rather than from the conditions of the property itself. There may be alternative locations available which would comply with zoning requirements. 4, neighborhood character. Granting the requested variance would alter the established character of the neighborhood by allowing construction that zoning regulations were specifically designed to prevent. For these reasons, I respectfully request that the zoning board to deny the requested variance. Thank you.
Not gonna be on your shared property line, because you're on Lehigh. It's way up in the front of the property on Hingham. I don't
Gonna
know
be
if
on the
you're-
left side?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're where, yeah, good shape, must have put it.
Well, his reason, I was gonna put it in the back. I did talk to his father.
Oh,
I was gonna put it, but his father wasn't okay with it. This is why. I'm doing
yeah,
it in
he's
the
putting
front.
it way up here in the front. So basically, it's gonna be on this shared property line. Your property's gonna be way back here. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be
Yeah,
pretty far away from.
We just received this letter and.
Yeah.
This is how
No,
we
we don't put
found
any
out.
of this in there. That's why I'm explaining to you that it's gonna be pretty far.
So how many feet?
I'm gonna show him.
Probably about 100.
He'll see it better than that, for sure. I talked to Derek.
Yeah.
So you're right, your father's right back here. He's gonna put it
Yeah,
Right
mine is gonna be here.
right here.
This is where.
This is the rear
back
where the
here.
properties meet.
Yeah.
He's going way up here.
I talked to you, he said no, so that's why I'm putting it here.
So it's just.
So it's, yeah, it's
It's got
just
Ingham.
right
Over
here.
here?
No,
No, nothing.
no, just right here.
And Ingham, I'm gonna put it.
So
They
your
got the-
property line's all the way back here. Going right here.
And they got the drawings for that already.
And it's not a garage, it's just like a lean-to, so
Yeah.
it's not a complete garage. It's just. So this would be coming off the side of the house. It's just a lean-to roof
On
down
Ingham.
there on the Ingham side.
Yeah.
So,
No, nothing in the back.
Oh, wow. That's what he told me.
Okay.
So I'm not sure.
no, we appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Would you like to leave the letter for the record?
Yes.
It's in
It's in the packet, right?
Thank you.
All right,
Yeah.
all good.
Yep.
Thank you.
And I did, before I even did anything like that, I always ask my neighbors.
Yeah.
I did ask them, and his dad did say, don't put nothing in the back. So they live on, Lehigh Street. My mom lives right next door to his dad. So I talked to him, and that's why I ended up moving it to the front, just of the neighbor. I don't want no neighbors complaining about it, right?
Comments are appreciated and respected.
Anyone else from the public? All right, motion to close public hearing.
Sabazic motion closed.
Sample.
Motion by
Second.
Sabazic, second by Stampone. Everyone in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? No. Motion carried 4-0. Okay, motion to approve variance.
Sabazic motion.
Gherkin seconds. Motion by Sabazic, second by Gherkin to approve. Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried 4-0. All right. Any old business? No. All right, motion to adjourn.
Sabazic.
Sample second.
Motion by Sabazic, second by Turner to adjourn meeting. Everyone in favor? Anyone opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, everyone.